Listen, when we did the class, we broke down how Circle is tied with MIT because Circle is based in Boston and MIT is based in, Massachusetts as well. And the guy that founded Algorand is and Gary Gensler, they both went to MIT. You know what I'm saying? So
Funny
Algorand
how that works out.
and USDC has close ties with the Federal Reserve. And in that article, you just saw it. The Federal Reserve, FedNow. Put the pieces together, people. Come on.
Yeah, it's already there.
What's good, Block Nation? I'm Queen.
I'm D.
And I'm Maverick. Welcome to BlockNation, you guys. Make sure you guys enter our text opt-in text BlockNation to 26786 to get your updates on merch when we go live, new videos, anything BlockNation. Also, go to Shop BlockNation, get yourself some merch. We got hoodies, flip-flops, everything for your BlockNation needs. So, shopblocknation.com.
For sure. So today we're just doing some daily crypto updates. So we're gonna definitely talk about India, what they're doing with the G20, how they're set to crystallize global crypto rules, and then we also going to talk about HBAR and FedNow. So yeah, we can go ahead and get started. We'll just get right into it. Talk about this India situation because this is a big deal. I was happy to see it. India with the G20 situation. So right here, so the name of this article is G20 set to crystallize global crypto rules as India wraps up presidency. So India is the president over the G20. So they're set to crystallize global crypto rules right now. So what India pretty much put out there was I'm gonna just paraphrase a little bit, but India's plans putting forward its own presidency note on crypto. So the note is intended to reflect a roadmap for crypto regulations and showing an appreciation of India's role in shaping it. So the other part of that right here, if we go down a little bit more, it says they said that given India is currently a G20 president, it represents the collective voice of the G20, and thus anything it puts out should be after consultations with members. So basically, they just want them to consult with members for anything that they put out. So that's just to start it off. I'm gonna let Maverick read the second part.
So the presidency note, India announces that anticipated synthesis paper, which was jointly produced by the IMF and the Financial Stability Board, is expected by the end of August.
Basically, they're in control of it. So it says India is hoping to celebrate its efforts and pushing for a global acceptable framework for crypto rules during the Leaders Summit in early September, which is on the next page. Because this is where that India pretty much says India is hoping to celebrate its efforts and pushing for a global acceptable framework for crypto rules. So they're pushing for a globally acceptable framework for crypto rules during the Leaders Summit in early September, and a ready synthesis paper would exemplify that effort that the individuals familiar with the matter. So, I mean, you don't got to say that last part, but they pretty much pushing for crypto rules, and they're going to, I guess, talk about it in September.
So it says here that India is hoping to celebrate its efforts in pushing for a global acceptable framework for crypto rules during the Leaders Summit in September. So they're already putting in framework. And here's the thing, when they actually kind of put it out there, that means it's already kind of done. So anytime they're getting you ready, they're preparing you, they're kind of telling you already, I feel like it's already done.
And that's what they, and if once you keep going in this article, that's what they tell you, that they pretty much have something done already.
Okay, so right here it says the FSB will, by the end of 2025, there's that 2025 again, conduct a review of the status of the implementation of these two sets of recommendations for crypto assets and for stablecoins. Crypto assets, stablecoins at the jurisdictional level. Effectively, this means that the FSB member nations will have to bring in individual rules or legislation that implement the recommendations by the end of 2025. Does this mean that India will bring its first crypto bill by then? Not necessarily, because India has taken steps to bring crypto under its overview and may deem that to be enough. So, we've been talking about 2025, and, if you've been following us and you saw the T and Kurt video, you saw that the document I brought up about JP Morgan was talking about don't wait until 2025. So it's the same thing here. They're already getting it in place, just like Maverick said. It's already done. It's a done, signed, sealed, and delivered, and everything. So,
Yeah, they
we
telling you
got
right there at the bottom.
yeah,
They
we got
said
2025.
crypto. Yeah, and it says by end of 2025. Make sure y'all always check the word tracking. It says by end of 2025. And then right here at the bottom, it says not necessarily, because India has taken steps, like Maverick just told y'all, they already did it. India has taken steps to bring crypto under its overview and may deem that to be enough. So if you go to the next page, it's the icing on the cake right here.
The next 2 years is gonna be crazy, y'all, because with 2024, the election, all that stuff, you already know how that goes, the cycles, the having. By the end of 2025, like we said, don't wait until then, because they're gonna already have the framework and already have all this in place already. So the next 2 years is gonna be wild.
It's gonna be crazy. So right here it says India has already brought in anti-money laundering rules, a tax structure for crypto, and other plans to include Web3 are afoot in relevant ministries. So India has, listen, right here, they quoted it. India has already brought in anti-money laundering rules, a tax structure for crypto, and other plans to include Web3. They've already done it. Maverick just told y'all it's already done. It's a done deal.
Just to add on, India is the biggest crypto market in the entire world. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's over 1 billion people in India. They are ready.
They're one of the biggest economies in the world.
They're about to boom, yo. Like they'll be our middle class sucks. Their middle class is on the
thriving.
It's on the rise. Yeah, I heard that.
But they will have the strongest economy, and I think it is going to be by 2025 or the biggest. I forgot the word tracking for it, but yeah, India's they'll be above America for sure. They're gonna be doing way better than us. Their economy is going to be thriving in the next couple of years.
Immersed in technology, and you know how you guys call customer service or whatever, it's usually India or Philippines.
Yep.
Now India has way more people, so that's why their economy is way better than most other countries. But as far as them being so immersed in technology, that's what puts them ahead. Like they have IT,
sure.
They have customer service, they have engineers. This is why their economy is starting to boom.
For sure. And another thing that I just really want to add to that is why it's chess, not checkers. Y'all don't think America knows India is going? If we know, then America knows that India is going to have the strongest economy. Why do you think we have an East Indian vice president? I know they told y'all she was something else, but when she originally was sworn in San Francisco, she was sworn in as East Indian. So I'm going to go off of her initiation into the American government, and she was sworn in as East Indian. Why do you think we have an East Indian VP? It is chess, not checkers. Y'all got to start looking into stuff.
India is part of BRICS. India is part of BRICS. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the, ain't enough said right there.
India was one of the first places Ripple went to start a partnership within a banking system.
Facts.
Was India.
Facts.
Yep. And they just settled their crude oil payments outside of the petrodollar. They did it in their own money with Saudi Arabia. So that's enough right there.
Ditching the US dollar, by the way. This just happened.
Once again.
It's raps.
This is the type of stuff we've been telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? So if you taking heed to this, hopefully you taking your notebook out and you making notes, because this is going to affect everybody globally, every single body.
Everybody's trade is connected to each other. So when we're talking about economies, we're talking about the global economy. It's a race. So basically, it's all connected. When we're doing, stuff with the international banks, trades, commodities, everybody's doing this. It's trading hands, but it's all about who has the upper hand.
Facts. Yep. Facts. That's the other thing. Like, this is all about control too. And this is why we tell y'all it's so important to diversify. It's so important to diversify, because what's coming, they are already prepared for it. We just told y'all everything is a done deal already. All this stuff is done. They've already made decisions. They're just now telling you guys, but they've been working on this stuff for years, especially India. And then on top of that, they put out FUD acting like they were going to ban crypto. And the whole time they were coming out with a tax structure.
Right? Wait. Wasn't India one of the main ones, just like China, where they were like,
Ban-
crypto's banned. They got these crazy
Mhm.
tax implementations
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
They were the first ones doing that.
They were, and the whole time they were clearly working on the tax structure and money laundering laws and all types of stuff with crypto. So we see what they were really doing this
Man,
whole
y'all,
time. Don't buy the FUD. Don't buy the FUD. So
Don't
yeah,
honey.
India's a heavy hitter, and as I told you guys on TikTok Live before, I keep a close eye on India, because they will be one of the world's strongest economy very soon, sooner than most think. But yeah, so definitely keep an eye out on India. That's why we wanted to go over that this morning, because that was some huge news that came out, especially about crypto regulations. On the fact that they're making a decision for it and we don't got to wait for America. I thought that was great news. Like, because if you wait for America, man, they'll hold out till 2025, like
Yep.
2030.
2030. Push it way out. Push it way out. Wait.
Facts.
Don't wait, yo. No, not financial advice. Don't wait.
not financial
Yeah.
advice. Don't
Yeah.
wait though.
Yeah, don't wait. So the
You
next
gotta
thing
do
we're gonna talk
research. Do it now.
facts. The next thing we're gonna talk about is HBAR. So HBAR had a rally earlier this week, because of a FedNow edition, because of Drop. It's a Hedera based platform called Drop. So HBAR definitely caught up to XDC. So I feel like they racing now. They price definitely caught up to XDC this past week. So it says right there the token has now jumped nearly 50%. So that's
Damn.
50% over the past 2 months. So that's insane. But it went up over 15% when this announcement came out. So this is a big deal. So right here, if you look, it says FedNow added Drop, a Hedera-based micropayments platform, as a service provider. So Drop is a pay-by-bank alternative to credit card payments, which allows merchants to accept small value purchases digitally without large transaction fees, according to FedNow press release. So Drop allows micropayments in Hedera's HBAR, the US dollar, and Circle's USDC. So pretty much they're allowing people to have, do small purchases digitally, but it won't be a large transaction. So unlike PayPal, they're not trying to take all your money. Even if you send a small amount like $10, they're not going to charge you 75 cents to send $10. Like, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? That's dope as hell. That's a game changer.
That is definitely a game changer because we've been talking about HBAR and how it's a sleeping giant for a while, right? But now that we're getting all this news about how they're actually being implemented in the whole Federal Reserve and the FedNow process, it's like it's giving it more legitimacy because we know their governing council is off the chain, and we know that their technology is just off the chain. So it's just like it just makes sense.
Yeah. Are we surprised though? With their board, and you see who's on their whole board. Are we really surprised? Like, you guys should have saw this a long time ago when we're telling y'all about HBAR, who's involved. Just look at the people who's involved. I just look at that. I just look at the team. I look at who's involved. I look at the power players. So
sometimes it be that simple for certain projects, bro. Sometimes it be that simple. Like that's all you need to see.
Yeah, because they're not just gonna jump in, where they think or might. They already know. They're like, okay, and then they see other people jumping in. Now it just brings more validity to the whole situation, and they bring in more heavy hitters to the whole board.
And look what it says right here, y'all. Hashgraph, which is their technology, achieves 10,000 plus transactions per second and low latency finality in seconds. So this is like just like that. You know what I mean? No more waiting, hours, all these minutes, no more of that. No more of that. Instantaneous.
Bitcoin.
Call a spade, So, and another thing that I just seen down here, I know that HBAR is not really like known for this, but their NFT game is gonna be A1. It's gonna be A1. Like, nobody talks about HBAR NFTs, non-fungible tokens, but their NFT game, they're gonna be in the game. And when it comes to smart contracts, hard body.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
They're going hard too, because if you see right there, it says right here, the NFTs with the main driver of NFT activity being Karatika. I don't know how to say that, but I know that that's a big deal because it's a Web3 game built by Game On leveraging of karate combat. So that's a big deal, right there.
And gaming is gonna be huge in Web3. Like, it already is, but when we hit mass adoption, that's another sleeper too. As far as gaming, like if you guys are in gaming and you're not thinking about Web3, you should, because a lot of these companies are going to be they're already in it or they're thinking about jumping in. And I went to a convention, even AVAX, they got a lot of games on the AVAX blockchain. So you guys, if you're in gaming, get into Web3 gaming ASAP.
For all that
Yeah,
money,
for sure.
once that money come in and once those people start flooding in, you know, they're gonna be wanting to know where to go. So you'll have the solutions for them, you know, as they come.
Yep, and the NFTs are gonna be such a huge deal, guys. In gaming, music, movies, whatever, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are gonna be a big deal. That's why we keep bringing them up, because that they're gonna play a huge role in Web3, because you can do so much with the NFTs. Like it's so much that the gaming sectors are gonna do with NFTs too. So and HBAR is definitely playing a role in that, because HBAR got their hand in everything. So I suggest, you know, you go to Hedera's website and, you know, go look into Hedera yourself, because Hedera is not nothing to play with. They are the one, not the two, and that's really no cap. And they're not paying us. They're not sponsoring this video. We just telling the truth.
I got a prediction too. I saw in that article, it said with the payment system, it has HBAR, it has the US dollar, and USDC. So USDC is very political. They got their hands in everything. I have a prediction that it's gonna flip Tether, because I think Tether may have some issues that they have to solve first, and they're not in the club how USDC is.
You know that's bad for Bitcoin, right?
You said what?
You know that's bad for Bitcoin, right?
I mean, it could be. I mean, I think
Bitcoin should go ahead and get it over with, because Bitcoin's what Bitcoin is based on. Tether is what backs Bitcoin. It's a lot of fake money in Tether. So if Tether was to drop, Bitcoin would drop, because a lot of its capital is coming from Tether, or what's backing it, at least, is from Tether.
And what Tether is saying, that a lot of their assets is in other assets like real estate and gold and other holdings. They're just trying to like figure out like how much, and they're trying to disclose that, or other entities are trying to.
This been going on for a couple years too, so we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
USDC might be the standard for stable coins. That's what I think.
Sure.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely think it's gonna be Circle.
When we did the class, we broke down how Circle is tied with MIT, because Circle is based in Boston and MIT is based in, you know, Massachusetts as well. And the guy that founded Algorand and Gary Gensler, they both went to MIT. So
Funny how that works out.
And USDC has close ties with the Federal Reserve. And in that article, you just saw it. The Federal Reserve, FedNow. Put the pieces together, people. Come on.
Yeah. It's all right there. It's all right there.
That stuff is not a coincidence, bro. I don't believe in coincidences. That's just too ironic. Like,
lines up.
That's insane. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what we had today for the updates. So yeah, definitely check out India and what they got going on with crypto regulations. Definitely check out what HBAR is doing in their hand in the FedNow app. Because yeah, all this stuff is getting ready to change your life. That's the best way I could put it. Yeah, not financial advice, but definitely check into those things. We'll post the links to the articles below. But yeah, you guys make sure you guys check those things out. Keep an eye on India. I keep telling y'all, I can't emphasize it enough. Keep an eye on India. Keep an eye on it. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on this video. ShopBlockNation.com. Y'all know that already. Telegram is Real BlockNation, no spaces. I'm gonna let Maverick tell y'all the text opt-in.
Make sure you guys opt into our text. Text BlockNation, the word BlockNation, to 26786. Text BlockNation to 26786, and that will opt you in to our text opt-in, so you can get all your updates.
For sure. All right, y'all be easy. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.